Did you know that at 87 years old, former Rolling Stones bassist Bill Wyman has finally broken his silent sand? What he revealed about Mick Jagger might completely change how you see the rock legend. Wyman's words shed light on the tension, the control, and the unseen struggles within one of the most iconic bands in history. And in the end, we'll reveal something truly shocking about a moment that shook even the calmest member of the Stones to the world. Mick Jagger is pure charisma, a larger-than-life frontman with endless energy and undeniable star power. But behind closed doors, Wyman says the real story was far less glamorous. Jagger wasn't just the singer, he was the boss, and not always a fair one. Wyman describes him as controlling, often making major decisions without input from the rest of the band. It created an atmosphere that felt more like a company than a collaboration, and not everyone was okay with it. One of the most legendary feuds in rock, Jagger versus Keith Richards, wasn't just media hype. According to Wyman, it was often so bad that the two wouldn't even speak directly. Messages would be passed like they were in a tense office, not a band. Keith even mockingly called Jagger Her Majesty in his autobiography, poking fun at his diva-like behavior. And even laid-back drummer Charlie Watts, known for his calm demeanor, once snapped, literally punching Jagger in the face after being called "my drummer." That moment, Wyman says, exposed just how deep the frustrations ran. But the conflict didn't stop at the Rolling Stones. Wyman explains that Jagger also clashed with other artists. His so-called friendship with David Bowie was filled with rivalry, and Rod Stewart once called him overrated. Producers and collaborators behind the scenes often found Jagger difficult to work with, overwhelmed by his perfectionism and relentless need for control. While the results were often brilliant, the process was anything but smooth. According to Wyman, Mick's ever-growing fame made real human connection harder and harder for him. Despite the tension, Wyman insists he doesn't hold a grudge. He acknowledges Jagger's genius and credits him for driving the Rolling Stones' success. But he also believes fans deserve to know the truth, because the spotlight hides more than it reveals. Jagger's ambition, Wyman says, came at a price. It created distance, even among those who cared about him most. That same drive to be the best often left little room for empathy or collaboration. Wyman, who quietly left the band in the early 90s, has mostly stayed silent until now. Looking back, he sees Jagger as a man whose greatest strength was also his greatest flaw. A superstar who built an empire but struggled to keep relationships intact. In sharing his story, Wyman isn't trying to take anything away from Mick's legacy. He's just offering the truth unfiltered from someone who lived it. And perhaps the most shocking realization, that sometimes, even the biggest legends are hardest to stand beside. So, what do you think? Can greatness excuse difficult behavior, or does it make it all the more complicated? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more rare insights from the legends who shaped music history, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the stories behind the songs are often the ones that stay with us the longest.